Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all you lovely YouTuber type people watching. Yeah, the intro gets worse and worse. Anyway, I have a new video for you. Now, I was editing another video that was fully shot, or so I thought, for another guitar project. Well, yeah, I've just given it away there. But I found that in some of the middle sections I hadn't even recorded. Where I thought I was recording, I wasn't, and where I wasn't, I actually was. So you've got me talking to myself, putting the camera down on the bed, fiddling with things, and so I'm going to have to film the whole bloody middle section again. Not something I wanted to do, but hey, you make mistakes. So that would have been ready to go on the internet by now, but I'm a clot. But anyway, we have another project. This would have been done afterwards, but this is going to go up first. Yay! And yes, I've bought another one. And through the magic of video editing, it appears on the bed. Yep, I've bought myself another eBay guitar. Bask in all of its glory. I saw this thing, and I saw the body design, and I was like, I've got to get this. This looks awesome. But let's just go through it, and I'll just give you all the bad stuff to begin with. So this guitar is shit. Yep, I know that's kind of a bit of a downer. It's kind of like, oh, right, okay, so why'd you buy it? Again, as I mentioned before, I bought it pretty much for the body design. I mean, I looked at that, and while I'm not necessarily a comic book nerd, I like the look of it, and I was like, yeah, got to have that. Let's do something with it. But I've got to tell you, everything on this guitar is just cheap as shit. Let me just go through everything to begin with. I'll turn it around again, actually, it was better that way. Starting with this thing. When I saw it on eBay, this was basically in bits. And as you can see, the pickup ring is broken. And the pickup is basically in pieces. The magnets out and everything. I would love to have known what they did actually to rip the cover off the pickup first. I don't know. Clearly this has been owned by a kid who's whacked it around a bit. I probably can't test this, and maybe if I strapped it in I'd be able to test it. There's no strings anyway. The bridge looks a bit wimpy, I have to say. And these knobs, these are plastic. They're not even metal at all. In fact, you can pull them off and you can kind of tell. That's just painted plastic as it's coming off there. No switch tip. I mean, the whole thing feels relatively chunky, and it's a little bit heavy actually for its thickness. See, it's pretty thin. About as thin or thinner than a Squire, I think. The neck is not too bad, although it's a painted fingerboard, as you can tell. The paint's coming off near the end, and if we go up to it, the frets are actually not in bad condition. But, yeah, the paint's just coming off big style there, as well as the nut appears to be pretty ground. Oh, look in the right place, Stephen. So, yeah, it's got a little bit missing on one side. So, this isn't exactly a premium guitar by any means. I kind of knew that. I also took one of these covers off before, and it's the same cheap crap under there. It just fell apart, and the whole pickup just came off its base. So, not the best. I mean, the saddles aren't too bad, I suppose. Anyway, let's look at other areas. Down at the neck end, you've got this logo. Apparently, it's a Rockster. This is going to be one of those dirt cheap guitars it's bought for a kid. It was probably only worth 50 quid when it was, you know, new. And it is shit. But as I say, body design, literally, the neck is rubbish, but the body's the only thing I'd ideally want to keep. The tuners are cheapy ones, as well as this one's missing its button. I don't know if that happened in the wrapping when I took it off, or whether it's been gone for a while. But these tuner buttons here, they look metallic, but they're clearly plastic. You can just feel them. They don't feel, when you tap them, they just don't have that metallic feel. They're just plastic. And, oh look, bushing's gone. So, yeah, not a great quality guitar. Some part of me wishes, like, oh, why did you buy this? Maybe you should have just held off and just bought something better. Well, never mind. So, I'm going to turn it over. Oh, that was the sound of the pickups falling out. It's a bit dented, as you can see. Those don't even look like they're screwed in correctly. I think someone's been fiddling with it. But, yeah, it's all cheap crap. I think this was basically thrown about by a kid who had it, who didn't care what he had. Oh my god. Anyway, I did take a peek under this, and I'll tell you what I found. Okay, so I took this off a little bit before just to peek at it. The inside actually doesn't look too bad. They've got cheapy old mini pots, and this one is moving about quite a bit. That needs to be screwed down. But I wanted to see what kind of wood this was. I didn't have high hopes, and I wasn't disappointed in it. Well, I am disappointed, but I wasn't disappointed because I kind of was right about it. You can't really see much, but that, to me, when I looked at it, that looks like MDF. Yeah, so that is possibly the cheapest guitar I've ever encountered. Even my Squire's made of plywood. Alright, so I think we should probably take a look under there, see what horrors lie beneath. It feels like 3 trem springs, it looks like it through the gaps, but we'll take it off anyway. Okay, we got it off, and are the springs right? No, they're not right at all. These 2 outer springs should be on the outside. Some people might argue with me and say, no, it isn't. But yeah, and oh my god, there's a hole right through the guitar. The pickup is right there. Well, at least it has a trem, for definite. It does actually have something that can be used. What we're probably going to do when we do fix this up, if we get that far, is we're going to block this off. So that was kind of an anticlimax. I think we'll just put that cover back on there and forget what we saw. So yeah, it's kind of going to be a fun little project, and it really is only worth it, as I say, for that. I would love to sort of replace the neck on that, but, you know, it probably would be not worth it. I mean, the guitar's not worth it for a start. It's just a cheapy old shitty thing. But yeah, first of all, this is going to be done up. I will actually do that. So this body's going to be cleaned and had a look at to make sure that there's no structural problems, not that there is. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to change all of this stuff, like these knobs, plastic, crap, don't want that. The pot just needs to be tightened, although I'd probably rather replace that, but then again, they should be fine. The switch tip needs to be replaced. Not a bad switch though. What I did look at on the inside was that it was one of those proper spring-loaded types. I might even just transplant this and put it on the Squire, because that needs a new switch. So these knobs are going to be all like made into black knobs, like proper metal ones. The bridge is going to be black. New pickup there, of course. I had a thought about a lace sensor. It's a bit too much for this guitar, but it's one of the few ones other than the EMGs that has this sort of blank appearance, like a black sort of square. These pickups, I'm probably going to save the covers, because I kind of like the appearance, and just put like cheaper Seymour Duncans underneath it. I don't know. The neck's going to stay the way it is. We're going to put some, I'll just move that along. We're going to put some black tuners on here to replace these crappy ones. A new string tree. And a new nut, because that one is sort of chopped to hell. I mean, look, there's like a section which has been... Clearly they've moved the string onto it, but it's just gouged into it. I don't really want to fiddle with that, because the last nut that I fiddled with on the Marlin, which is still going, by the way, I'll have to do a new video on that. That nut has to be replaced. So, yeah, there is work to be done, but not until another guitar has been seen to, which will be the video after this one. It was supposed to be the video before this one, but I kind of screwed up on the filming of it, so I'll have to film part of it all again. Nothing's ever easy, but anyway. Yep, so that's it for now. This will be a multi-part video. I'm kind of loath to keep doing multi-parts because it's just nothing ever gets finalised, and I'm starting project after project without finishing another one. I know, but yeah, until next time, see you later. If you like this video and want to see progress on this, subscribe to the channel, like it, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you later. Well, I won't see you, but you might see me. Whatever. Bye. This guitar really is a piece of shit, honestly. Yeah.